it was in America in Bethesda when my mom found out he was cheating, and
Oh
we
boy.
moved, and then they separated houses. So I didn't know what it was happening really. But like my mom just said he's moving away.
Hey, you guys, what's up? I'm Amanda. I'm here with Find My Parent, and I'm interviewing two of our youngest youth board members. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Miyu. I'm Amane.
Great. How old are you guys, and where do you live? You could just
I'm
tell me the
14.
state or the United, you don't have to
Okay,
get into detail.
okay. I'm 14. I'm 13, and we
Right.
live in Maryland.
Wonderful. You live in Maryland, USA, and have you always lived in Maryland? Did you grow up there?
No,
Let's hear a little bit more about that.
we were born in Brazil
Wow.
because my dad had a business trip there while my mom was pregnant. And after 2 years, we moved to Japan and lived there for a bit. And we've been switching from America to Japan back and forth since then.
So is your dad Brazilian or is he Japanese?
He's fully Japanese. We were just born there. My mom's American and my dad's Japanese. So,
Cool. All right. And so most of the time you live with your mom or with your dad?
I don't know. Maybe? Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
It's kind of like we just lived at the same place, like same house. So,
Okay. Oh,
growing up,
great.
yeah.
Growing up, well, to me, you're still growing up. So growing up, you lived in the same house, so your family was totally intact. And then we're just getting into it. So now, who do you spend more time with?
My mom.
Okay, so you live sort of full time, I guess, here in America with your mom. And then how often do you see your dad? Just so people can hear what's going on, what things are
We've
like.
tried, oh, sorry. We've tried to meet with him,
Mm,
but and call him,
just
but
call.
he never ever picks up.
He
And
never picks up.
we haven't seen him in 5.5 years, maybe. When he
Wow.
does answer, he just says like really unrelated stuff. Like dogs are fat. Like your dogs are fat.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
glad you
know.
have a sense of humor about it. So, about how old were you when your parents first split up, and where did that happen in America or did that happen in Japan?
I think it was Japan, right? So it was a long process. They've been fighting basically all of our life.
Wow.
So maybe finally they decided to split up when we lived in America, Seven Locks. I I think they decided they were no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was in America in Bethesda when my mom found out he was cheating, and we
Oh boy.
moved, and then they separated houses. So I didn't know what it was happening really. But like my mom just said he's moving away.
You're both teenagers now, so this seems like it was probably sort of a long time ago. Well, how long
Yeah,
ago was it? Maybe 5 years, 10 years ago? No.
maybe we were like 7,
Okay, you're
6.
about 7 years old. Yeah, you're about the same age, the two of you, even though you're a year apart. Wow. That's a lot of information about your parents' lives. Did you know that that's why they split up when yeah, now you're teenagers, so I'm sure you found out later.
Yeah, at that
Yeah.
time, I knew they were fighting. I knew more than her since
Hmm.
she was just a side character. I was just the background. She was just there. Yeah.
Well, the younger
Um,
sister is always just the background. You weren't. We love you just as much, but of course, when you're a little bit younger, you're shielded from some of that stuff. That's an older sister's burden is to get it how it is. So tell me about that experience.
uh, oh yeah, I didn't know that they were cheating at all, but I knew that they were fighting. And my sister, I think, kind of, she knew they were fighting, but she wasn't there for most of it.
Hmm.
And I was more involved because I wanted to eavesdrop. I did, but I wanted to do it for a good reason because I wanted to keep them together and not fight. So sometimes I would get in between them during fights and be like pushing them away, but
Wow.
they would yell, at me to go back upstairs to my bedroom.
When did you realize, speaking of being a child of divorce, like at what point did you both realize that your family was a little bit different than other people's families, that it was different than maybe a normal intact family?
I didn't really figure that out until like just like me, you said, like when after we came back,
Yeah.
because like she told us everything, and I'm like, oh, well, that's not normal. Yeah, so
Wow. How old were you? Do you remember?
no, maybe like around 8.
Yeah, this is a pretty formative memory. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I mean, that is acceptable. The world is strange. Cool. Do you have any like childhood memories of when it was not like of having both parents? Was it ever a functional home?
Most of the time, I just remember the like fights, but
Yeah.
there was like I have a lot of memories with my mom,
Yeah.
and I think that why I have memories, like fun memories with my mom, was because when I was in Japan with my dad, when I was abducted, he made me write like a letter to the courts saying like all the bad stuff about your mom. And during that time, I was I felt so bad about my mom because
Wow.
all that time I was living with him, he was saying like, "Oh, your mom's bad. Oh, your mom doesn't love you. Oh, your mom doesn't want to meet you." And I believed him until he told me to write a letter for the court. And then that's when like so many memories of when I was with my mom flooded
Mm.
to me. And I was like, am I doing the right thing? Like, is my mom actually this evil? And so he'd say things like, "Let's throw her away and get a new mom." Yeah. But every time he told us to write a letter, I just wrote things like my mom is bad. That was the only one time we wrote a letter. Well, no, like he like reminds you every day to like write a page, and I just wrote like my mom is bad every page. I wasn't really. We had like a
So
whole book.
you, your dad took you to Japan without your mom's permission when you were a little bit younger and asked you guys to write letters that were going to be used in court against your mom. But you knew in your knowing your memories of your mom, I mean, your mom is amazing and would do anything for you. You have a wonderful mom. I mean, I don't know your dad, but I really like your mom. Um, wow. So your dad did that, and you even wow, that's it. I'm sure for parents who are alienated from their child right now, they'll be happy to know that the child always knows, even at a young age, no matter how much is told to them, you always knew in your heart that you have a great mom.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's going to be of comfort to parents who are trying to find their child right now. But um wow. So how did your mom, if you don't mind me asking, how did she get you back to America?
She found a Japanese lawyer
Great.
and she filed habeas corpus,
Wow.
uh, and she brought us back that way. The way I think that I remember, I don't really know a lot,
Wow.
but I think that the thing that I remember is that somehow the judge or the court said if he doesn't bring us back in like a day, oh yeah, he would tell the company that he works at, which is a news, and he would put it on the news and tell everybody about this. And that's what I remember. And so he brought us back. That's how I remember. I don't know
You
everything
were so
though.
young. Wow, what a crazy story. How does it feel to have so much, for lack of a better word, drama in your childhood journey?
Well, obviously I know it's not normal,
Of
but
course.
like I feel as if even though I went through it, no child should.
Right.
Um, it made me mature than other kids,
Yeah.
and I'm not glad for it, but I mean, I would be different. And
If I
yeah,
could just ask you one more thing, just for the two of you, um, for other kids in situations like yours, maybe with international divorced parents or who've been abducted, um, what would you want them to know that you had to figure out the hard way?
that it's not your fault. Like
Yeah.
growing up, I thought because I was born, this happened. And so Honestly, no, it wasn't that. But for a long time I believed it. And like my mom would make me write feelings journals. And
Wow.
if I look back on them, it's just like, it's my fault because I was born. This is my fault because I was born. And I I really wish like I could go back and tell myself like, hey, it's not your fault. Like none of this is your fault.
Wow.
And also that the other parent, if this parent is telling you lies, like, hey, your other parent is just evil and mean, wants to take you away from me, that like, and I felt sad because, oh, my mom, she doesn't care. She doesn't care about the two of us. Well, I wish like other kids would know, yes, they do care and they're trying to get you back. You have it?
Wow.
No, I was just gonna be like, don't trust anybody, or like you're not alone, or something.
Okay.
But I don't really know.
I got a hard-boiled one and a hopeful one. No, no, thank you for saying that. I'm really moved to hear that, and I hope some other kids do hear this. Because you're absolutely right. It's not your fault. Wow. Folks, we're gonna end on her dreams.
Okay. I have many. I want to be an actress like you. You might,
Okay.
I admire you.
Thank you very much.
Uh,
You can do it.
and
You
yeah, I'm
definitely
really
can do
sorry.
it. You got that. You got that X factor. All right, what's next?
Yeah, and I'm writing like I've been a little slow on it, but I've been writing a book about
Wow.
my story, this story.
Wow.
Yeah, I've I haven't really I've only done like one chapter, but I'm excited for
Yeah,
that. And hmm, I'm really into law, so I really want to become a lawyer.
cool.
And I also wanna, if I go to college, I wanna study psychology
Okay.
and law. But my main thing is actress, and I'm really trying to become an actress before I turn 18, so I don't have to go to college because I don't want to go
What?
to college.
Hold on. Don't put limits on yourself. You can definitely become an actress after you turn 18.
Okay.
All right. Why don't we wrap this up unless you have anything else you want to share with people, with me? Any other thoughts about your situation or your dreams? You're gonna go far. I know it.
Yeah, because I've got a mom like that, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
for it.
I agree. I think that's without a doubt. You have an amazing mom, and you're
Yeah,
both amazing girls.
thank you.
Okay.